Has this ever happened to you? Where you're just sleeping, oh so soundly, living a much, much better life within your dreams, but then all of a sudden, it's pulled away from you. An alarm. It wakes you up. You're depressed. None of it was real. You roll over. You shut off your alarm. You roll back. And you're just sad again, knowing that this day will be just like all the others. You roll back on your side. But great, now you're just lazy, refusing to get out of bed. But don't you even worry about it. Little Cody right here is going to help you live the absolute best life you possibly can without wanting to blow your brains out every single day, okay? So, instead of waking up to a stupid sounding alarm every single morning, why don't you set your alarms to something more vibey? Such as bling and a cat. Overall, this is going to make you wake up in a way better mood than you typically would, because you're actually waking up with something you want to hear instead of something that absolutely makes you want to die. Next thing you would want to do is actually not get bit by your mean cat and make your bed. Because look at this. This looks nasty. Who would want to sleep in this? So, clean your sheets or fluff your pillow. And voila, a cleanly made bed. And why exactly do you want to do this every single morning? Me and Stevie will tell you later. Next thing you will want to do, that I highly recommend, is actually to make a checklist for your activities for the day. Next, we have to grab all our materials for our checklist. We have our awesome checklist. Here it is. But, Cody, you say, all of these are just way too annoying or difficult to do, right? Here. If you notice, though, I kept these spots open. Why is that? This is why. When you have a checklist, an awesome checklist of all the things you need to do in order to be happy or just be more productive, you fill the start of the checklist with very simple things. Did I brush my teeth this morning? Yes. Did I go to school? Yes. Did I breathe? Yes. And now what this is going to do is you keep this somewhere where you're going to look at it all the time and you're going to be like, wait, I want to finish this checklist now. I don't want to keep these unchecked. Boom. But that was only one example of tricking your brain. Here's another one. See this delicious Dutch Bros birthday cake? $8. That's not good. That's a lot of money I don't have right there. So, instead, procrastination is actually the answer this time. We all have done it. We're all masters at it. I'm doing this project literally 12 hours before I have to present it to my class. Exactly. So, instead, try only procrastinating your bad habits, because this is how the mind works. Your brain does not like hearing no. Does not like hearing, no, I'm not going to go do my homework. Doesn't like that because then it rebels against that. That explains most teenagers. Trust me, I would know. As a fellow teenager, and probably the worst procrastinator you have ever met, procrastinating your bad habits instead of the good ones actually goes a long way. As for an example, I maybe, just slight, addicted to my Xbox, or scrolling hours on YouTube when it's 3 a.m. I should go to bed. Instead of saying, no, I gotta put this on, I gotta go to bed, tell yourself, I'll do this later. I'll do this later. Instead of telling myself, no, I really shouldn't be buying all these extra calories if, for example, I'm trying to lose weight. Well, I'll get it later. So, the only thing we talked about here is just a bunch of little things you can work on and change and eventually incorporate into your everyday life to better it. And let's just say, sadly, none of these work for you. Or maybe you gotta find some other things to work on instead. That's okay. Because no matter how hard of a day you had at work or school or just dealing with the family you don't like or anything, you could always come home to a freshly made bed. And always remember, stay groovy, my friends. And always learn to be the best you could possibly achieve.